Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Forcing a Car Dealership to Give You a Massive Discount. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can get notified every time we post a new episode. I'd also like to tell you about hollywoodiscalling.com. It's a great service that allows you to purchase a live phone call from more than 100 celebrities, so give it a try. The prices start out at just $19.95, and it's a great idea for yourself or as a gift for somebody you care about. hollywoodiscalling.com. Now, let's get started. So, how do you force a car dealer into giving you a massive discount on a car that you're thinking about purchasing? Well, we're going to tell you. People are tired of sleazy and corrupt ways that so many new and used car dealers trick them. They've been exploiting them, and almost on a daily basis, they've been using to rip them off. Oftentimes, customers wish they could get a deal on a new or used car, but they just don't know how to do it because the process is so structured in favor of the dealership. So what can they do? Well, we're going to reveal a huge secret that will give you tremendous leverage when you buy a new or a used car and use it to demand a huge discount. What is that secret? Well, we're going to tell you right now. The way you force a new or used car dealer to give you a massive discount on the car you're thinking about purchasing is to catch them doing something illegal or really inappropriate during the sales process. The first thing you have to do is to turn your smartphone's audio recorder on, or better yet, wear a hidden video camera on your person before you go into the dealership. Having a video of the way you were mistreated or ripped off or defrauded during the sales process is usually much more impactful than just having an audio recording. If you go on Amazon, you'll be able to find quite a few HD video cameras that look just like pocket pens that you put in your shirt pocket and you use to record the entire interaction between yourself and the dealership. Now, surprisingly, you can buy a lot of these pocket recorders that look like pens for anywhere from $30 to $50. So if you use it properly, this thing may turn out to be the best investment you ever made. Just make sure to check the laws in your state on Google to see what they say about the legality of audio recordings or hidden camera videos that you may record without the knowledge of the other person. Now, when you get there, when you get to the dealership, you want to turn your recorder on before you actually go in and record everything that is said and done during the car sales and negotiation process. So, what sort of things can you look for that might incriminate the dealer and allow you to force them into giving you a monster discount? Or if the fraud they've attempted to commit on you is egregious enough, you may even get a free car out of this. Well, it's a long list. If you Google the phrase fraudulent car dealer practices, then you'll see a very long list of tactics and tricks and illegal methods by which they often will try and defraud you. Commit that list to memory so you can recognize it when it's being done to you at the dealership. But there are also some other things you can look out for. For example, if your salesperson attempts to flirt with you or ask you out or speaks suggestively or inappropriately to you, then that can be a window to a sexual harassment claim against the dealership. Most sexual harassment settlements begin in the mid six figures and go up from there. Another thing you should watch out for are bad car reports, which the dealerships will often claim show no prior accidents or no prior damage to the vehicle. They'll use these reports to try and get a higher price for their car. They'll use these reports to try and convince you that you're getting such an incredible deal. Well, if you can get a copy of their report And then before you actually purchase the car, you take it to an outside mechanic and have him thoroughly inspect the vehicle and check for prior accidents and damage. And if that mechanic then gives you a written report, that's the key, a written report stating that the car has been damaged in a prior accident, then take some photos of those damaged areas that appear on your car, and also take photos of the car's VIN number. Give it to a lawyer and tell him that you would like to explore filing a fraud and misrepresentation claim against the dealer for claiming that the vehicle was not in any prior accidents. The next thing you should be aware of is discriminatory gender pricing. Let's say you're a woman and you go into a dealership and they offer you a price of $30,000 for a car, and you get that on video. Then a few hours later, you send in a friend, a male friend or an opposite gender friend into the dealership, and make sure they're also wearing a hidden video camera. And let's say your friend gets offered that same car for $29,000 or $28,000. Then theoretically, a lawyer could claim gender pricing discrimination against the woman at that dealership. You know, discrimination claims, once again, they typically result in very significant and large settlements. So keep that in mind. Another sleazy tactic takes place when the dealer asks you for the keys to your car so that they can evaluate it and tell you how much they can offer you for it if you were to buy, as a trade-in, if you were to buy a new vehicle from them. What they'll often do, and this is so sleazy, is they'll claim they lost the keys and they'll hang on to them for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours while they try and coerce you into staying at the dealership so that the manager and the salesperson can continue to hammer away at you to try to get you to agree to buy a new car. And guess what? If you do agree, the keys suddenly reappear. They found your keys. It's a miracle. Somebody call Jesus. Remember, record everything on video because there are two important questions here. What would a judge think when he sees the video? And what will the public think when they see the video on the local news channel? One more thing you should be aware of, and that is that when you sign the papers to buy the car, always photograph the front and back of every document you sign, every document the salesperson has you sign. Photograph these documents before you hand them back to the salesperson so that he can then walk them over to the manager. That's a really important detail. Remember, this prevents the manager from altering the documents after you've signed them, but before the manager signs them. You would be shocked at how often documents and sales figures are changed at a dealership after you sign them, but before they sign them. They'll add fees and charges and taxes and all sorts of things you never agreed to. But if you sign it and just hand it over to them, hand it over to the manager without taking photos of your own, then you run the risk of having them alter the documents and signing them and then presenting them back to you in altered form with two signatures on them. That's a real problem because if you go to a judge, he'll look at the docs and say, yeah, but you both signed these. So remember, at that point, it's too late because you can't prove the document has changed unless you have taken photos of the front and back of every document after you sign it, but before the dealership signs it. So remember, whenever a car dealer tries to defraud you, it can be a huge blessing. It can be like getting the lottery ticket. Just remember to get it on video. Thank you for watching. I want to tell you that we're going to have more great celebrity interviews and more breaking news stories coming up in the future. So we encourage you to subscribe to our free channel and click on the notification bell so you can be notified every time we post a new story. Thank you for watching, and we shall see you soon. Bye-bye.